No, this is my iPhone, fool. With good lighting.
Let's say good money.
Right.
Boy,
Got the
look
lights
at.
Gotta
working.
get my good
Let's
side.
say good
I'm about to
people.
say, look at Strike and Shy. They got the
Yeah. He got
wet
hold
hotel lights.
on.
Hey,
Strike.
I'm a new resident of New Orleans again.
Yeah, y'all be having it too bright. Y'all gotta set a mood
Hold
up in
on,
this
you right.
thing.
Hold on. Let me hold on. Turn off the lights.
I'm gonna be dog. I don't got all that dimmer and shit.
Okay, there we go.
Like I'm
Hey,
jealous, dog.
ready? Where you
Yeah.
at?
Man, y'all a night bloom. I'm not there.
That boy said we in night bloom. Hold on. Let me see.
It's a
October.
vibe.
There we go.
All right, that's
There we
about
go. Okay, we look good. We look
That
good.
boy got the lights out.
We good enough.
that's all we got. I'm about to say,
Oh man,
I don't got the luxury of dim lights.
it's crazy. I got these.
Well, see what y'all doing after this call, huh? I got the sexy thing. All right,
this this my studio room. The room where I practice and shit.
Or I'm about to say you one of the few people got a content creator room.
I got one too. Shit.
I'm blessed.
You the one of the other few people. Shit,
I
I'm
went just an
blessed. I
extra
know
room. I'm getting kicked out of it soon.
it. Damn.
That tell me about it.
All right, yeah, no, hold on. That ain't gonna work.
I ain't gonna lie, I could barely see you spit. I was like,
Man, that's racist, man. What up, man? Welcome to episode 5 of Behind the Booth. I am your humble and gracious host, Spin Griffey. Edible has finally came down a little bit for me. We are joined by a phenomenal cast this fine evening. Hold on, let me make sure this is right. Okay, yeah, it is. Up above me, we got DJ ChiNola.
Ooh.
Oh my
To my diagonal left, we got the world famous DJ Two Ready.
My third show, trying to get a contract.
Yeah, man, we gonna have to put a clause in there, man. And to my left, got DJ Strique. I finally got it right because it was definitely I was like, man, that boy DJ Strique, and he was like, no, it's Strique. I was like, whoa, all right.
better than what I was saying.
That wasn't me talking.
So how are you guys doing? Okay, glad to hear. All right, man. So, I didn't really have nothing. We had another day. I guess the first thing, Strike. I guess because you use a Rane 1, don't you?
Yes, Rain One.
All right.
That's my boy.
So I guess I want to get you guys' impressions. For anybody who saw any videos or got any information on the release of the Rane 1 Mark II. You guys saw it?
What is the? I saw you drop it in the chat. What are the variations compared? Let's just say compared to the Rain One in particular.
So the touch strip that you have on your board, they pulled that off and replaced it with pad modes.
Okay.
So it's for like stems and things like that. They said they added a better crossfader. I believe it is supposed to have more torque. Here we go. Oh, they revamped the internal effects on the hardware. So you got more effects on that joint. What else we got here? They integrated Serato stems into it. New pads, precision field faders. They expanded the effects, and they did all of that and kept it at the same price of $14.99.
Oh.
So it's the same price as the one. I'm just not a fan of. It looks cool. I just personally am not a fan of. I haven't been a fan of like Rane hardware outside of the Rane 12s in years, man.
I'll say this. I have a lot of people that said that they weren't huge on the Rains. I was a little skeptical when I got it, but I'm not gonna lie. I've had it now close to 2 years. I love it. I don't know why I love it. I love it better than every other board I spin on. I don't know. I don't know what it is.
Since we're here, I kind of want to ask a question of like, how often do y'all upgrade your boards, Or how often are y'all switching through gear? Because I know I had a problem where I was like upgrading, and like I gotta tell myself all the time, like you don't need that. You don't need that. And like,
Yeah.
Let's see. I got my Rail 7 and I've been happy ever since. Before that, I mean, I just had the beginner controllers, which was the SB3, and then
oh
I
yeah,
got the Rane 12s and the S9, and then I got the Rail 7.
the SB3, man, you got it up the
That's a
butt.
legendary travel board.
That
I'm
SB.
looking for one right now.
Me too.
I'm looking for
I
one
think they
right now.
discontinued them. You got to get the Rain one.
No,
Now.
they discontinued them, but usually you can get them used. But the last one I saw, they wanted like $550 used.
What?
You do better
My
get
board
them
worth a little money?
that board. Not
It's like a
even
$350 board.
that board like
I was
250
like,
brand new.
I was like, Spin Griffey must have signed that or something. 'cause
Nah,
that's
man, you better get you you better get you a Rain one for the 250.
that's what I'm trying to say. Like,
You mean the Rev one? The Rev one?
The Rev one, yeah.
Rev.
Wait, you said you was looking for a Rain one and saw it for 500, or
no,
SB3?
I was looking for SB3, the famous SB3, and that
Yeah.
thing is like 500, and it was never 500 new, and I was getting them for 200 a lot.
That board is 250 new. I don't know who tried the.
No, it's not. You can't. It's discontinued.
That's
It was
what I'm
a
saying.
used
It's discontinued now.
I'm
Yeah,
not,
it's not-
Damn, I gotta keep mine then.
used one. I thought
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah,
paying,
come up off of
I
that.
should have said that, Shaq.
Never, ever, ever, ever,
I'm
ever,
not paying
ever.
250.
Never.
But yeah,
I'm gonna sing out a picture of it. It's a Guitar Center. I think it's 424. I think it was 424.
I think that's an SR2. I think that's an SR2.
No, that is the SB3.
the
I
mini
can't
board.
find it anywhere. I'm gonna be honest with you.
It's probably
I
on.
can't find
You can probably find
I'm
it
gonna
on
send
like
it to
market.
y'all.
I've noticed like
And
you
it
can
don't
find a
speak
lot
water
of.
or nothing.
Nah, I noticed you can find a lot of shit on like Facebook Marketplace.
Yes.
Yeah, I might check that.
I see people selling like Rev 7s for like $1,200-$1,400, man. Talking about
Yeah.
I see one.
that's the link, because it always be them people that be talking about I thought I could get the DJing as a hobby, but I didn't have the time.
Yes, those people.
I was
I
like,
love
That's that's how I ended up getting this right here off Facebook
Oh.
Marketplace.
oh,
How you like that?
She got the moneyest.
I love it. When I use a smaller board, like I love having, the cue
Yeah.
points at the top, samplers at the bottom, all the different modes. I love it.
Doesn't
My
that like
bro,
defeat
DJ.
the purpose of the small board though?
Well, not really because this can go kind of like back to back to it in a backpack, so it'll sit right behind it. It's it's not heavy.
Oh, okay. It's just a lot going on. I thought that. Oh, it's just.
I know my boy DJ Chapo. He got one. He love it. Like
Yeah.
he use it almost every gig.
Only other person I seen use it for a gig I want to see is Infinity.
Yeah, he's the only one I've seen. I don't use it because it's the same as having
Well,
it's
Lil
not
Jodeci
mixing.
used it too. Lil Jodeci, I think, got one too.
Oh,
I'm not
okay.
mistaken.
I ain't seen him.
I ain't seen him do it in a while, but I know he used to have one.
Okay,
Okay.
yo, Jodas.
So we getting up. It's the quote unquote slow season is coming to an end. How would you guys say that this summer went? Because it's usually after Essence, it's kind of rough for the gigs. If you don't have nothing planned for the summer, how would y'all say y'all summer went gig wise?
It was so for me, especially August. I don't know, like July, I feel like you get some more residuals, but August, we got to buy them school uniforms, we got to buy them college books, we got to buy all that. I feel like it was very, it was, I ain't gonna say a standstill. I was blessed to have some stuff, but it was pretty slow.
So was that you getting booked for stuff, or you throwing your own stuff?
Nah, I think if I would have planned it better, I would have started throwing my own stuff a little bit more in August. Because that was me getting booked for stuff. I'm working on throwing my own stuff more in September, and that's when a lot more calls are coming to be booked. So I should have targeted August better. I just didn't do it.
I'm sorry, game is the game.
I'll say for me, I mean, it was completely dry for me. I don't think I DJ'd at all over the entire summer, studying for the bar exam, moved from Baton Rouge back to New Orleans last week, starting my new job as a lawyer. So I I am just getting. I was just telling Shy, like I'm just getting my gigs lined up for September, and that's gonna be my first time. I really think mixing in about 2 months. So
Ooh.
yeah, I mean, well, I'll say this at a gig, but I've been mixing in the
Okay.
crib, but for a gig, yeah. So I've been waiting on that day.
Man, yeah, I mostly spent the summer here and there with gigs. I honestly spent the summer fleshing out the business aspect of a lot of shit, like revamps, getting this logo redone, finally sitting down redoing his website. I would lie and say I organized my library, but that's a never-ending battle. So
Yeah.
you don't never you don't ever really organize your music library,
Yeah.
man.
We haven't had a Joe's Blend in a couple months, so that's the only time you organize your library.
Nah, I download new music like I was a day late, but I try and do it like every Tuesday, or at least
Oh,
every every other Tuesday, just to keep up with everything.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I do my downloads. I try to do them on Sundays and Mondays, but then I'm trying to start getting my time to where I delete stuff too because I have so much stuff I'm not gonna play.
The crazy part is like I usually delete songs while I'm in the middle of a gig, cause like
wow.
I go through my entire library while I'm DJing anyway, and then I just look and be like, oh shit, I don't ever play this. Delete, 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 and then I can
So
find
you
the song.
deleting them off your entire library, or you deleting them out of the crates?
Um,
You like both?
it's really usually off my library, like off the it's off my hard drive,
Right.
because my hard drive is a mirror to stuff I already got on my desktop anyway. So I'd be like, if I'm not gonna play it, I don't need it, and then if I need it, I can just come back and pull it off my main computer. But like, yeah, bro, I think sometimes it's kind of like I used to sit there and organize my library, and then I used to try to justify keeping a song I don't ever play. And it's like, man, you sitting there with like 25, 30,000 songs, showing up like you might use 5,000, and that's a stretch.
5,000 crazy.
There's a lot of good music out there, bro.
I just saying, like you said though, it's like, how many songs are you actually playing? I mean, five. Sheesh.
I think it helps diversify your sets, though. Like, the toughest part for me be trying to figure out what album cuts and B-sides I'll be wanting to keep. And then, like, once you start getting to, like, edits and shit, it's like, dog, you gonna have, like, 6, 7, 8 different versions of one song.
I definitely do.
I can't tell you how many versions of Candy Rain I got.
Hey, I'm fucking with that.
Yeah, and then it's like, oh, you got the regular. Then you got the remix. Then you got like an Ampiano remix. Then you got an Afro Beats edit. Then you got a
They gotta
bounce.
bounce.
Yeah. And like, damn, I'm not gonna play
Yup.
all this. So yeah, I start usually doing it while I'm in the middle of my sets, like, cause
Yeah, that's more realistic to
yeah,
do it on sets. Because I ain't gonna lie, doing it at home would be real tedious. I
I
really do.
I usually like if I'm doing this shit at home, I'll break it down, cause bro, again, there's so much music, so I'll do. Say I'll be like, for the next 2 weeks I'm gonna clean my library, and then like I'll do by like letters or something per day, like either song titles or by BPM, and then just go through up until a certain number, and then I'm done.
That's a good advice. I ain't gonna lie. What I was doing was just kind of starting at a letter, and then whenever I stop, like if I stop at the B's and when I get to a C and I'm tired, I'm gonna just go. That's where I was going.
Cause that shit gonna get overwhelming. You trying to organize the shit, and like you trying to go through all them songs. It's not gonna happen.
Almost definitely.
So what we looking forward to in Q4, man? It's a new year, end of the year, new year. Oh my God! See, I'm ready the next year. But yeah, it's Q4. So we got coming up. What we got to look forward to. Wait, who was that? That was Shot. There will be a Joe's Blend soon. I can't do nothing about renovations, man. So
Okay.
it ain't on me. We gonna see. Jazz Market already in September. I'm gonna try. I think I got a backup plan. I pretty much do. I just gotta get confirmed.
Okay.
It's a lot of work, man. But yeah, that's what we're looking forward to in quarter 4. What we got? Lot going on, man. Not everybody speaking one. It's crazy.
What
Like,
you mean? Like what are we looking forward to doing this
Yeah,
fall?
like
Like,
just gigs or experiments or like, things you're trying to learn professionally, any new techniques.
well, I got a lot of. I'm kind of getting back in the drum on events, which I kind of take a break from.
I saw that boots
Uh,
on the ground party you got coming up.
yeah, man, you got boots, you get out, you got to get out, gotta go. No boots allowed. You heard me? But
Man.
nah, but I just started creating and started thinking of own events, actually opening up my Eventbrite and doing stuff in there, and it's just kind of that's kind of helpful because you just kind of have more control of what you're doing instead of always having to follow a direction or having to do that. So I'm getting back into pushing my own events. So
Mm.
I say I'm looking forward to throwing more of them. Coming up with some new ones, revamp some old ones. So I got a lot of that coming up. So
That's a good point to, I guess, piggyback off, kind of what PJ was saying earlier about how promoters are, how DJs feel about promoters. I feel like, we could just jump into that. Like your opinions as, throwing events now compared to, working. I enjoy both. I think I'd much rather throw my own events, but I know for the most part, if you're working with a promoter, you shouldn't have to worry about the hassle of all that. It's like a quick guaranteed little amount.
I
and
yeah,
have this feeling that my thing is I really believe if you build your platform and you build your image as a DJ, I think a lot of the promotion comes along with that. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm.
somebody could say, you know, Rashmook will be here at this time and he should have a crowd of people talking about that. Now, I do believe that it's
Hey, what you got going on
all
over
right, Reddit.
there? This ain't time to
what
y'all
I
hear
be.
that?
This ain't
Mute
time
your
to be.
mic.
Yeah, this ain't time to be organizing your crates.
That ain't me. I
Terrible.
promise.
That's ready.
Yeah, no, that's too ready.
that was me. That was look.
Yeah.
That was me. I thought DJ.
Hey, go ahead.
Yeah, you right.
I feel like it. I would say this. I think the promoters need the DJ more than the DJs need the promoters. If that makes any sense. I think it's inherent for DJs to start to build their own image in their own lane, in their own creativity, which they're already doing. But I think that's going to take a lot of the heavy hand off of the promoters because we've seen a lot of I don't know if I'm making sense when I say this. I'm trying to, talk around it. I'm not a fan of DJing for promoters for the type of events that I do. I'll say that. It's too much of a middleman, too much of a middle ground. So I'm gonna let y'all chime in on that. I don't say too much.
Well, wait. What do you mean? I guess expound on what you mean for like the events that you do.
Okay, so personally for me, I just don't think, and I've talked to DJs about this as well, there's not enough money in it, one. And for my particular lane, I would consider myself open format, but I would definitely consider myself primarily R&B soul, old soul. There's not really a need for there to be a promoter for what I do, For instance, like cigar lounges. I catch myself at a lot of cigar lounges. I have a lot of my frat brothers smoke cigars. I'm around a lot of lawyers that smoke cigars. If it's a corporate event, I'm generally going through a lawyer or I've worked for this attorney or whatever it is. So I would say that the promotion is generally coming from the crowd that I'm around. So I generally don't need a promoter, which I believe is a good thing for me. Like I'm not a club DJ. I never have been. It wasn't my thing. I don't like to do it,
Right.
But I think a lot of those big parties, those superstar clubs in Miami and all this type of stuff, promoters are big. Like I think promoters are inherent. Now I think it gets to a point to how do they conflict with the DJ, and that's where I guess a lot of the drawback can be.
I mean, yeah, I can see that because you're not doing. What's the word I'm looking for? You're not doing like I guess what you consider like super scaled, like, hundreds, right? Because cigar lounge is more chill, laid back. So you're dealing with, like, a couple hundred people in there. And so you're not necessarily, like, you're an add-on to what the cigar lounge is already doing.
Correct.
So, if you turn into the club, the nightlife, I think it's more your main attraction. Or I don't know, because that's a thing I'm trying to kind of figure out. Because I'm looking at, like, the landscape of nightlife, and you can kind of see.
You start to see, like, if you really look at it from a grand scheme of things, like, I can think about club parties that I've done in Baton Rouge, for example, and I feel like the promoters and the DJ and the club itself, I feel like they're three separate entities, and I feel like they all competing for the same attention. If that makes any sense. I mean, same money, same attention, or we getting less money.
Well, I mean, it's kind of like three. It's kind of three distinct needs. It's kind of three distinct things that all need each other to properly, like, work. I guess, and again, it goes into what type of event you're doing. Because the club needs the people, the promoter. The club needs the people. The promoter brings the people into the venue or the club, and then the DJ, like, keeps them in the club. So it all has.
Who do you think is?
Huh?
Who do you think is the least necessary?
I think that's hard to say because they all kind of need each other. Otherwise, there's no point for, like, the other one being
right.
there.
I kind of agree with that too. I was about to say, I think that I feel like as a DJ, you have to learn something from the promoter, and you have to gain. Like, I feel like if you do stuff under a promoter, you can gain a lot of knowledge to where you can kind of X out that middleman. Mm-hmm. But I feel like like you said, the DJ, the promoter always will need a DJ. Mm-hmm. The club will always need a DJ. The DJ may not need said club or said promoter if they gain enough knowledge or traction off of the opportunity they might get from said promoter or club that might bring new audiences to you.
I think the DJ is gonna always need the club and vice versa. I think
you say they will.
Because you gonna have to have some. The club to me is the venue, so you gonna have, like, it in for all intents and purposes, you don't have a job if you don't have a place to play. So you kind of need the venue or the club in that sense, and then the club needs you to keep the people there. Now, I guess going into what Too Ready was saying, and like you were saying earlier, Strique, if the DJ can build their own following and get people in the door, like, based off them, I think that's the thing. It's two different type of ways to look at it as the DJ. Are you the draw or are you the entertainment? Which to me are two different things. Because if you're the entertainment, then that means you're not necessarily the reason people are coming to the club. If you're the draw, then that means you are the reason, like, people are specifically coming to see you. And I think that's kind of something that DJs don't really understand or kind of get confused with sometimes. But I think those are two separate things when you look at the type of DJ you are. And so it does, if you can build a following and you can pull people in to come see you, then you don't need a promoter.
I agree with that statement.
Yeah. But no, I think it just depends on, like, I think the type of events you can do or want to do. And I think it's also, like, do you want to do the work? Like, that's kind of a lot of what it takes.
That's a big thing. Because it's definitely, we just think the promoters just say, hey, come here. But it's actually a lot of stuff you have to do to throw your jet.
Like, a
lot of stuff has to go on to it.
You got to make the flyer. You got to decide, how much money you putting on, like, your internet ads and promotion. Like, what
you got to run it the right way.
Run it the right way.
You targeting the right audiences and everything.
Like, what is your aesthetic? Like, what are you selling to people? Like, what's your hook to get people in? I think that's also, sometimes a little bit misguided when people are like, well, I can throw my own party. And it's like, you can throw your own party. Absolutely. But are you willing to, like, I think that's the other thing. Are you willing to do the work that promoter does on behalf of getting people to the club? So I think that's why it's like a little complicated sometimes.
It's too much of a gamble. I feel like it's too much of a money gamble. Like, and that's what I don't enjoy. You know, there have been times that that's definitely not my lane. But I've had to throw a party, you know, with another DJ, right? I'm very familiar with, you know, and it's our event, so we not really getting paid unless we get this many heads through the door or whatever it may be. Take this percentage of the bar, give the other percentage to the club, whatever it may be. And it's like one time you may really hit, and it's like, oh, we might got something going. And the next time it's like you got 13 people. Like, what do we do wrong?
Bro, it's really so much because like I think one of the things that took with me from college was like always doing a SWOT analysis. So, but it's like so many things like where is the venue? What time are you doing the venue? Who's on the lineup? What's your deal with the bar? How much you spending on promotion?
What else going on in the city?
What else is going on in the city? What's the weather going to be like? Do you have a photographer? Do you have a video?
It's too much, man.
Like, and I think that's what I'm saying. I think it's a lot easier to be like, damn, I don't need the promoter until you start throwing the things on your own. And not to stick up for promoters or nothing. I mean, kind of just as somebody who throws my own events, I can say it. And too ready can like the shit you have to do from that side to where, again, for me throwing events, my favorite part is the event coming and actually getting the DJ. Because then I mean the rest of this shit is behind me.
It's so much stuff you just don't think about. Oh, go ahead.
I think my favorite part about it is like I don't mind working with promoters, but they have to care about what they do. Because like working with a few people or collectives that throw their own parties, such as Fellowship and KF Events, you know, working with those groups, you can tell they care, that they're passionate about what they do, and they have a vision for the community that they're trying to reach, versus the promoter that just want to look good and have girls with them and, you know, be that hot person in the city. Those are typically the promoters that I feel like DJs are talking about when they say we can cut out the middleman, because he's not doing anything, he or she.
Yeah, I mean, it's just one of them things that's the game is as old as time, man. And I mean, you just it's never a new DJ. Again, I say this every week, but there are just certain things, especially if you pursue this as like a career, part-time, full-time, whatever, it's just certain like rites of passage and rituals you got to go through. Being a DJ, dealing with a bum ass promoter is one of them. Everybody done been there. And you know, I'm of the perspective that like, you know, well, two perspectives. One, I only got to go through something one time. And two, I mean, you either learn or you lose. And like Strique was saying, he threw his own party and he was like, you know what, dog? This ain't for me.
Tell me, and it's crazy because like it's very rare that the events that I have, you know, I've had to go through a promoter because I'm generally not in a club or a venue, or if it is a cigar lounge, you know, I'm in there for a legal event and they already know what it is. And look, you go get this amount for this amount of time, you do your thing, do what you do, and we good. Do it like that. Yeah. But you know, I remember the amount of times I did work with a promoter, it was just like that. Like you were talking about the weather, and we gonna have this, or we gonna have a videographer to promote it for the next event. I was just like, man, this is something I don't want to be a part of. I mean, like Mr. Griffey, I just won't spin.
Yeah, man. I mean, I kind of love. I don't know. I guess I kind of like the logistics aspect of it. So
I do too. I think you get more of a satisfaction from doing your own event though. Yeah, because it comes from your idea or you and your partner's idea, and just seeing something come up from the ground all the way up, and you did that, or somebody else did that, and it's a good feeling. So when they hit, it's amazing. So you just kind of gotta take the L's with it, but when they hit, they're amazing financially and just on your own. You just got. Yeah, so that's really
praying for those days.
They come. I think one of the other things about it too is that like, it's not like, especially throwing events, it's not something that's gonna hit. One, it's not gonna hit every time, and two, if you come out the gate thinking you're gonna be like super success, like it's something you got to be consistent with. So especially, you know, depending on the work you putting into it. And then that's how to go back to the initial point. That's how you build a following. Like it's sometimes taking some of these promoter gigs to just build your name up, get the content. Which to me, those are like some of the easiest gigs where all I got to do is pull up with a board and a laptop. All right, I did my quick 90 minutes. I'm gone.
Yeah.
I'll say that if y'all don't mind me interjecting, how would you say y'all pulled y'all's following, and would you say that y'all's following that you have pulled and continue to seek to pull are aligned with your style of DJing?
Hey, that's a good question.
Yeah.
I think. Oh, go ahead.
I about to say, I guess I say. So for me, I wanted to show I was versatile. That's one of the things I wanted to be because I wanted to be able to show that I can do more than one thing. So when it comes down to throwing my own events, sometimes the versatility is not the greatest because they'll be like, he was DJing in the strip club playing on the ass shaking, or I don't know about Chris, or he was doing his old school stuff. He playing old school music. He not playing when it's really I just going for the style of the customer and what the audience wants. So I can say that I have a decent network. I ain't gonna say big because that's cocky, but I do feel like mine's a little bit separate. Like, I have a 45-year-old saying, "Hey, what you got going on?" Am I gonna really send her to Element and I'm playing Wham Whammy and stuff?
Yeah, absolutely.
He said, "Yeah." Not just say, "Yeah."
So I think
That's how you show versatility. Go into your Wham Wham, there's some boots on the ground, but you got to be able to balance the demographics.
Why did I ever say that?
I think to answer your question, my bad. Shy, you got something you want to add?
Go ahead, you start.
All right. No, I think one, you have to figure out what type of DJ you are sonically. I think sometimes the problem, I feel like open format has kind of got a little too oversaturated because I think to me when I hear open format means that like you can play any genre. Like I feel sometimes open format has gotten watered down a little bit to where people are like, I play rap, I play R&B, I play edits, I play Afro beats, and they like, I'm open format. And to me, open format means like you can go in a room and you can drop Nickelback in the same set that you can drop like Mark Morrison and Bruno Mars. Anyway, to answer your question, that was a part of it. I do think it means that like you have to play those gigs that cater to your style. And I think sometimes that like I think also when people think open format, that means that like they have to take every gig. And like Shai was saying, like sometimes it's just a promoter and their theme. Like, is it something that you can stick in? Because you don't want to put yourself in a room or the same room because it either pays really well. Like there was a big thing 15-ish years ago where a lot of DJs didn't want to play a lot of bounce in their sets at night because they didn't want to be labeled as a bounce DJ. And so that label's kind of been outgrown a little bit, but it was a thing to where they didn't want to get pigeonholed. But I think you have to find rooms that play to your style, and that doesn't necessarily mean that you have to do the same party over and over. There are different events that cater to certain styles and maybe mash them up. So it maybe be the type of thing where like you an R&B guy, but on that same bill they're gonna have somebody that's gonna come in with like the reggae and the Afro beats to spread out through the night. There was a second part of your question. That's why I've been talking so long. I'm trying to remember. Gaining the following. I think it's just consistency. I'm trying to get back and better at it. I don't know why I feel like I've been scared of my turntables the last month. But I think it's just like throwing content out, man, and you got to let people know where you're going to be. Like, even if you don't have, I think residencies are key. It at least gives somebody like the opportunity to know when and where they can come and see you, even if it's not a weekly. But if you got like a bi-weekly or a monthly, like just for people to know, damn, okay, I can come and catch them here. And it's just kind of like one of them games right now. DJing is always kind of one of them like you you have to be seen to be heard type thing. So like people not gonna know who you are. Like even if you making bedroom mixes, but like you gotta kind of like self promote and just be like, yo, this is what I'm doing. Even if it's a clip. Like we're at a stage now where you don't have to be posting like super technical DMC style routines to get people's attention. You just gotta put a fire mashup up, and they'll be like, oh shit, that was fire. So. Basically be consistent and just figure out what your style is sonically. That's it. I get a short tonight, but
that's gonna be a clip for Joe's man.
You got to repeat the question for me because I was listening to the story and I forgot it.
No, you good. Pretty much. I guess. How do you go about your following, and then would you say that your following, or I guess target audience for that matter, relates well to the music you play and the type of DJ you are?
Okay. Well, I don't hold residencies, so like I mean I'm the type of DJ that I just kind of pop out with other people as a feature set. I love doing DJ curated events because again they have a focus on the community, and I'm super into all the technical stuff. So anybody that's doing that, I'm trying to be a part of it. As far as following go, I had to learn. I'm not the DJ that's like really of service. I'm learning to be of service, and that's why I'm not really into weddings. But as far as my audience, I would say it spreads down to like anybody around the ages of 25 to maybe 35, maybe 40. That's my sweet range. That's the music that I mostly identify with. And I've learned that just like being me and playing those songs, I'm attracting that crowd within that range. Even grandma and them, they still book me too.
Yeah.
So I do love some old school music, but some of the newer music, I would say that's where you start to lose me when it comes down to maybe like some of what like the 21-year-olds like and things like that.
That's crazy. I always had this thing. It's funny you say that because like everybody be like how do you like so much of this newer music that like all the new music, and I was kind of like, one, it's what's gonna help you stay getting booked because that like your demo is going to the 25 35 range turn into 35 45 and up very quick. So and I think it's just cool to like stay up, like see the shifts in the culture. Like that's got to be something you like. I ain't saying you got to be listening dropping like. Yeah, I was about to say you ain't got to be sitting there like you listening to 30 tracks.
No. I don't mean like in a way that I don't like any of it. I definitely find the ones, and I ain't gonna lie, like watching Mikey do his thing really helped me. Like he still was like selecting really, really great tracks and new stuff. So you just got to find out what's working for you. I wouldn't say that I'm just not a fan of the majority of it. Like there are some bops that are still being released, that are artists that are out there that are still doing their thing. Mariah the Scientist, your boy that did the Kehlani, what's his name, Jordan.
Oh, Jordan, yeah.
Yeah, I got my bops,
name,
but some of it I just can't get with. Like,
I don't know. I think it goes back to I think that part of it in particular kind of goes back to the in service, the of service part you were talking about. Because that's when you have to start realizing that depending on the event, you're not DJing for yourself in those moments. Now, the only time that bothers me is I know I did Maze a couple weeks ago, and this big crowd came in, and they wanted me to repeat outside, and I had literally just played outside like 10 minutes ago, and then she got mad that I wasn't going wrong, and she was like, "You don't replay songs?" I was like, "No," and she was like, "We just got in here." Well, I was like, "If everybody come in here asking for requests all night, and I gotta comply to everybody's requests, what I'm doing here? Like, just get a goddamn juke."
Right on topic. How y'all feel about requests?
I don't mind them.
I don't really mind them now. I mean, like, it depends. It's kind of how you approach it. Like, yo, there's a difference between, hey, I have this request when you can play this, or because sometimes they request it's either a lot of times the song they requesting is already loaded up in my Serato.
Thanks.
So like the request for like, or it fits where you are in your set, But them people that come in there and you at like 115 BPMs in dance mode, and they want to come in there on some sappy, like super
Oh, you're
low,
Britney Spears.
50, yeah. Like if it's not fitting,
Tevin Campbell.
You said
yeah.
how do we feel about requests or
Yeah,
how
how
we
do you feel
handle
about
them?
requests? And would you say that
15
depending
minutes.
on the different type of gigs you
My
have,
man.
how do those requests differ?
Yeah, so like for like when I'm playing for general people like me and Stan, we've done Miz, Too Ready as well. So it's like I don't get many requests out in public. Like usually I'm consistently mixing for all that time. So I don't really give them a chance to come up for a request, but there may be one or two or three. When it comes to private events, yes, that's where you can kind of get overwhelmed and bombarded with requests because it's very specific to that client and that client's family. And so I try to do as much work on the front end of like, please send me your playlist because I don't know what you like. You know, I can't read minds. I can read bodies. I can't read your mind.
Yeah.
I will eat when I probably see something. So, I think it's really on how you handle the request. Like, a request is not a demand, right?
Yeah.
So, just because somebody requested, does not mean you have to play it. And once I got the confidence that I know what I'm doing DJing, so I don't really care what you request. I can listen, I can take it in, but just because you requested, that doesn't mean I have a demand to play. That's not, oh my God, I got a request. Let me. No, it's not really that. It's more of a,
Here's a suggestion.
Here's a suggestion. And, I might go that way, I might not. And I've learned how to say no in a lot of different languages, a lot of different ways, or in a common way that just where it's not an uncomfortable thing. Like, okay, let me see what I can do. Okay, I'll try. I don't make no promises or nothing about it. And usually, if I see them vibing off what I'm doing and not their request, usually they'll leave you alone. So usually, you got the room. They might have asked for something. They might forget all about that once you get them in the right mood. Then you might drop the press on the thing. So I feel like it's really just on how you handle. I feel like most DJs, I ain't gonna say most, some DJs handle it like it's a panic button. Like, hey, could you play this? And like, oh my, what am I gonna do? They asked for this, and it's like, now you gotta control the party. Just say yeah, no. And like
I feel like I let you say something, but I'm definitely weighing your music knowledge on whatever you're requesting. Like, I'm gonna weigh in where I am in my set. What song you request? Do it even make sense with the BPMs? Do it make sense with the vibe of the track set? I'm weighing it on. It's likely gonna be a no.
Wait, Strique, how long you been DJing?
9 years.
Okay, yeah. So you kind of get, I feel that. I don't know. Sometimes like they throw the right request in there, and then I'll just be like, fuck it, I'll run it after this. Especially if I'm trying to get out a certain sound. Like, and I was like, damn, I don't got no good way to transition out of this. I just fade the shit out and play somebody request.
New vibe.
Yeah, new vibe. Whole new vibe.
You got to control at the end of the day. Like, just because they ask doesn't mean that stuff about to stop it. It's like, nah, you got to control the thing. So
what about them ones that stand there and be like, when you gonna play it?
I stare back at them.
Look, it really depends on what type of mood I am. It depends on what type of relationship I have with the client I'm DJing for, or the club or something too. How petty I can be, because I got a petty heart by nature.
Oh, I'm super petty. Like if we
so if I can be petty about it, I am one of the people who, example, I had somebody come in with a big party. It was a child, as a matter of fact. Somebody came in with a real big party. He came with like 28 people. He made a request. I said, all right, well, you with all the people out for it. So play the request. They sit down automatically. Sit down, chill. Start.
It was him.
So I ain't do that. I was like, all right, cool. He came with another one. I said, bro, you failed me once. I can't listen to you no more. He was like, and he came with another one after that. I said, well, be honest with you, bro, I'm gonna do everything you say don't do, because it be working what I don't do.
Nah,
it was like, bro, he said, but he not dancing. I said, I know there's not the dancing part, it's the singing part. You just try singing, and then I had to look at him in the face and turn it down where they can see the crowd. I was like, see, that part.
Nah, I got 3 moves. If I'm at a wedding and somebody come up for a request, I'd be like, damn, the bride and groom sent me a do not play list, and that was on the list. If I'm in the
Oh, that's a good
club,
one.
yeah, the bride and groom, because nobody gonna bother the bride and groom at the wedding. My personal favorite is the one at the club where you be in the booth and people be yelling at you for a request. So like after 20 seconds of them constantly yelling their requests, I just drop the whole music in the club and be like, "What'd you say?" And then they get so horrified.
That's kind of a Dragon's Den move right there.
That was my Dragon's Den move. I used to drop the whole fader and cut the music in the club.
Like that.
Like, what was your request? And then they just get so, and they leave you alone.
Yeah, I don't like when people make the statement they not dancing. I think there's a lot that goes into when people feel comfortable enough to dancing. Is the bar ringing out the drinks? Is the mood right? How bright is it? You know, do you got the lights on? People are like cockroaches. They're not gonna start moving till the lights go down.
I might not even want them to be dancing right now. What if I just reset the room?
True.
Like, I'm sitting.
I love resetting the room.
Maybe we just finished dancing and I want you to chill.
Especially when you throw your own event and that reset the room means I'm tired, let me go get a drink. You like, I did a good job. Line up at the bar.
Oh, yeah. That's what it is. After you done got them going for like 20 minutes, they head straight to the bar. Once you give them a little break, that 2-3 song break, man, start over. Yeah, I can't see how you just be, there's no way to be high energy for 4 hours.
Nah,
There is.
Ooh, you'd be surprised.
Yeah, I was about to say, because when we were talking about a couple weeks ago, like 10, 12 years ago or whatever it was, where like you just couldn't get R&B off in the club. It was nothing but like trap and fast paced songs for 4 hours, bro. Like you could not get the R&B off in the club. The boys would boo you. That was dark times.
It was bad. That's when hookahs wasn't there.
Yeah.
You had no reason to sit down. It was just moving. So yeah.
Bro, we started to see the end of that era. I think I wanted to make this point earlier. Just in the current economy, we ended everything. Like people ain't out here being able to afford like these bottle poppers no more. Like $7, $8, $9, $10, $1,200 for like sections.
Oh, the price of bottles done went down tremendously just from.
I bet
they
they
used to be $4.50 to. I mean, like
they was
like
out of their mind.
To what? You get like
bro,
250 deals,
you know
two for 200.
Bro,
like,
two bottles of champagne for $700 is fucking nuts.
Bananas.
They're paying like $30, $40, $50, $80 max.
It was like the crazy part. Like I used to have to explain to people why shots or why like bottles cost so much in the club, because there's like a science behind that whole thing. But it's also like they just started getting out of pocket. Like $700 bottles, 2-bottle minimum. Like, or like
you ain't never gonna catch Strique in a section. I tell you that.
Oh, I keep the flask on me.
I'm gonna hold you to it.
I keep the flask on me.
Them
No, wait. What?
$2 shooters from Total Wine.
Oh, I will say if I go out of town, like when I go out of town with my homeboys, we'll get. But you'll never catch.
See, y'all ain't allowed in my party. I better go buy a drink at that.
Yeah, if I'm with my homeboys, we'll get a section. We'll get like a section if I'm with the homies, but like I'm not coming out.
That's an experience. You out of town, like you should.
But like I'm not coming, and it's no hate against the clubs here. Like if it's a celebration or something, sure. But for the most part, like being in nightlife, I know how all that goes, and 9 times out of 10, somebody gonna feed you drinks anyway. If it's not the bar, it's gonna be somebody to come into the spot. What you drinking? I was like, damn.
If it's not that, it's your back trunk.
Oh yeah. I don't even worry about the back trunk. I bring it in the bag with me. Like
yeah, it's coming in the bag.
Yeah.
Y'all know this going on YouTube.
Yeah. Shit, I brought a fifth of tequila to the last one my girls at. Shit.
It's gonna be under the wires.
You ain't popping off?
That extension cord.
I did not hear that.
Huh?
You ain't popping off?
Oh, you ain't gotta hear
it. Nothing to nobody, huh?
Huh?
He ain't say nothing to nobody, huh? Cool.
No, he didn't share. He did not share.
Nope, not a bit.
I had to drink Costco tequila, courtesy of FTK.
That's what I had. That's probably where he got it from.
That was you that. Oh, that.
Well, no, they brought in a Neho and I brought a regular. You didn't need nothing else to drink. No way.
Damn, Wait, before we get
Yeah.
to exposing people.
No, I ain't exposing her. I had like 3 drinks and was out of here.
So Spin, I want to kind of elaborate on something that you said that I think kind of caught my attention about the open format being oversaturated, right? So I think that's something that you said in the last episode too about R&B, because I think open format is not you playing the hits of every genre.
No.
Right? And I think that's what a lot of people have been thinking open format is. They feel like just because they can play Nokia, Can We Talk, and and a Burna Boy song, that, hey, I do Afro beats, I do R&B, and I do rap.
Man, I feel like open format is more about who is the DJ than who is the music. What is the music? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yes.
What is the DJ doing with this music that I listened to already, but I ain't hear it like this? I think that's more what that's what makes a killer open format DJ to me.
Well,
I agree.
Yeah, but it's also, I mean, open format. I mean, you gotta know at least 6-7 genres. Like, you gotta know rock.
No.
Yeah.
Open format was hip hop DJing.
No, it wasn't.
Because all they had, yes, it was.
No, it wasn't. Y'all making up rules, bro. Open format DJing. When people said open format DJing, 10, 15,
it's
20
a gentrified term.
No, it's not. There was no open format. Go ahead. I want to hear this. Go ahead. I want to hear this.
Open format DJing is a gentrified term.
Okay,
I'm gonna make it quick.
Yeah.
Hip hop DJing is the original open format. They took the records that they had, which was jazz, disco, and they mixed it for people, all types of people. I think they'll like this, so I'm gonna spin it. That's open format DJing.
But you made
the quotation twice.
But you made.
Y'all know I got my.
But you made my point. You made the point I was making in what you were saying, and that they were playing jazz and disco. Those were the different genres of music that they had available to them. So it just means that you're playing like multiple genres. It's not just, and I'm not saying, I guess like rap, hip hop. It could be 2
or 3. It don't have to be like, there's no specific number.
I think it's just multiple.
It's just multiple, yes.
I think maybe because I
multiple
lump
genres.
I guess because I lump like hip hop, R&B into the same thing. And like 3 minutes, appreciate you. So open format to me meant like you were able to play into these top 40 rooms, like the crossover.
But not even what we know as genres. Like you could bounce from country to R&B to like. I feel like you have this whole like nostalgic genre. Like you playing some Zach and Cody to Hannah Montana. Like that's a genre in itself.
That boy playing themes.
Just how you bounce around, to different vibes and genres when that is not the crowd that's in front of you, and how they are receptive to the music that you're playing. I feel like that's what make a bad open format DJ.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put a pin in that one. We're gonna have to come back because Two Ready said we got 2 minutes.
Oh yeah.
It's
3. It's all right.
It's probably 2:36. You know? Oh, it's 2 now.
All right, man. So this has been episode 5 of Behind the Booth. I want to appreciate. Oh God! Thanks to DJ Strique, DJ Two Ready, DJ ChiNola for coming through. All the information will be linked below. Keep up with them. Congratulations again, Strique, passing the bar. Welcome back to the city, baby.
I'm back, baby. Let's get to the music.
All over the world. We're suing all these promoters. Where's my money at?
Where's my money? You play with my money.
Talk to my lawyer. That's what I'm gonna say. Talk to my lawyer.
Man, lawyer talk. All right, man. I'll let y'all. I appreciate y'all for coming out, and we'll be back next week. Peace.
All right. Peace.
Later.
And signals. And time.